You're about to meet a group of adrenaline junkie bikers so hardcore, they make the Tour de France look like a practice run. On this race, there's no course, just chaotic streets and nerves of steel. ABC's Mariana Van Zeller went along for a hair-raising ride.
We're in Mexico City, riding in one of the craziest bike races you've ever seen. There's few rules here, no set race course, and certainly no officials closing down the streets.
Ah, señor!
Making pedestrians and cars fair game. Dubbed Alleycats, these illegal races are the invention of bike messengers. Nightline got a special invitation to go inside this punk rock Tour de France to see what compels these guys to risk life and limb for mere bragging rights.
So he's grabbing onto a motorbike right now.
What do you think of this guy?
Un poco loco.
Look at him, look at him.
Meet Lucas Brunel, the quote-unquote king of the Alleycatters, who, with his homemade helmet cam in tow, has been traveling around the world filming these races for more than a decade. He asked to be interviewed where he's most comfortable.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, it's like really comfortable. So,
What happened there?
well, just avoiding some potholes. You know, it's Mexico.
Lucas once competed in organized bike racing, the type that occurs on closed courses without speeding traffic or blown red lights. But always the rebel, he felt constrained by the rules of traditional racing. He quit and soon fell in love with the anarchy dished up by an Alleycat race.
How does it feel to be so close to danger all the time?
Feels good. You know, I'm at home with danger. I'm familiar with it. You have a buzz. It's your mind saying, you know, I'm not totally in control of what's going on right now.
On race day, we meet up with Lucas and some of the other top riders.
I'm a bit nervous.
Here's Chris Thorman from New York City, considered one of the fastest in the world, and Pancho Marmolejo, one of the best Mexico City riders.
Are you ready?
Listo.
Listo? And he's not nervous, although I'm super nervous for him already.
Me estás poniendo nervioso.
No, perdón. He says I'm getting him nervous just by talking about this.
We are starting very soon.
Organized to mimic a day of delivering packages, the race is made up of a series of checkpoints scattered throughout the city. Racing in teams of 2, riders must check in at each location before heading to the finish.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0!
This is some crazy stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. Even though we're on bikes, it's almost impossible to keep up with these guys. And some of the maneuvers we're doing here are like crazy dangerous. Oh my God.
In 2008, an Alleycat rider in Chicago ran a red light and was struck and killed by an SUV. It's the only known death attributed to an Alleycat.
People watching the video might say, my God, these guys are on the verge of killing somebody or whatever, you know, but it's just the opposite. You know, 99.9% of accidents are not caused by us.
I totally get your point. There is the idea, though, that there's not a lot of respect for traffic signs.
Incidents are rare in Alleycats, but as far as breaking laws, I mean, that's like every 30 seconds, you know, or less. I mean,
That's what you guys do.
that's how they roll.
Get off!
I be doing the rail.
Back in the race, the riders are finding the checkpoints as they go. Their race directions are stamped at each stop to prove that they were there. But even finding the checkpoints is an immense challenge in this crowded city.
Voy ahí, voy ahí, voy ahí. Voy ahí, voy ahí.
Chris, Lucas, and Pancho are lost, and with a wrong turn, they end up in this sprawling marketplace. Finally, we catch up with Lucas and the other riders, but our path is suddenly blocked by a massive highway. No matter, Lucas just hops off his bike and plays crossing guard, holding his hand up while we scurry across 6 lanes of traffic. Chris and Pancho arrive at one of the final checkpoints, but they depart without completing a crucial task. At this Red Bull-sponsored checkpoint, and yes, Red Bull sponsors Alleycats, they were supposed to take a cell phone photo with their teammate. It's now a mad dash to the finish, USA versus Mexico. With his legs spent from a long race, Pancho eagerly hops a ride. This puts Chris just out of reach. Pancho beats Chris and Lucas to the finish. But it doesn't even matter, as Chris finds out he's been disqualified.
This is why I asked you in the beginning in English what the rules are. You told me something different. You idiot. Dumb race.
How was it?
It was a 10.
And it was a crazy rush for us just to be following on motorbikes, so I can't even imagine what it was like. I understand why you guys like doing this. It's crazy adrenaline.
The part at the beginning that was really dicey was going through the markets. Like, going through those was crazy. And then going into traffic and not slowing down. I mean, and going on the back roads was like, just, you know, like real Mexico.
Except for some bumps, bruises, and flat tires, these Alleycatters have survived to race another day. For Nightline, I'm Mariana Van Zeller in Mexico City.